welcome everyone to this webinar where I'm going to explain you about decentralized autonomous organization, which is one term you are hearing nowadays in Web3. So today the entire session or webinar is focused on understanding about the DAO and how it work. Okay, so let me share my screen first. See, as my screen is visible to you all.
Yes, it is Navi.
Okay, so now we are good and we can go ahead and start with the webinar. So Snapper Future Tech, a blockchain technology company where today agenda is integrating DAO into business model. So as we already covered about this portfolio that as an organization we work on blockchain product, blockchain services, and blockchain training. So this is our portfolio of Snapper Future Tech. Now, in this agenda, we are going to understand about DAO, how DAO is different from other technology, the relationship between DAO with blockchain, why is DAO necessary, what are the best practice one could follow to implement DAO in business. We will also going to cover among some use cases, categories, project, news, and conclusion. So let's go ahead and start with the topic. So first of all, it is very important to understand what is and DAO is all about. The meaning of DAO is totally focused on the name of itself. When we say decentralized autonomous organization, what is an organization? An organization is a company who works on a certain product or they have certain goals to achieve. So that is an organization which is made by the people. Autonomous, when we say autonomous, it means that in the traditional method, whatever the decision which are taken in an organization, they are made by group of people. Some group of management sit together, they discuss. On that, there is a majority, and after having that majority, the final decision is taken to by the CEO, and CEO approves that one. So it's a kind of manual process where there is no automation involved in that. It's a series of meetings which happens, and based on that, any decision are passed. But when we see the structure of this traditional method, it is entirely a centralized method. What is a centralized method is all about, because all the powers are with the management of the company, the CEO of the company, and they take the decision. But with the respect of DAO, we say it's a decentralized autonomous organization where there is no central authority who takes the decision. It's the group of people, or it's the people or the community who comes together and takes the decision. Also, autonomous. When we say autonomous, it means that we write certain type of scripts, smart contract, and based on that smart contract, when that smart contract made, the event occur, and that particular decision has are been taken in an organization. So that's why it's a decentralized autonomous organization. It's a new way of running a business in a decentralized manner, and it is a self-governing body. There is no one who govern the entire network. Who it's the people and the network who take care of the entire governing, and it's the smart contract which plays an important role. When I talk about a smart contract, it's a series of code which we deploy into a blockchain, and when any kind of event occur, it first check that whether the condition of the smart contract met or not. If the condition which are written in the smart contract met, then that proposal is passed. If it is not met, then the proposal is not passed. So it says it's an automatically executing script which is already there in the network, and that decision which is there in the network are been made by the group of people. Now, in DAO, the member who are part of that particular organization has the voting power, and based on that voting power, they can either approve or reject a proposal. Okay, so there are various ways where DAO can be used. DAO can be used in financial sector, gaming sector, or in the social network. Okay. Now the next topic is that how DAO is different from traditional decentralized system. In the right hand side of the diagram, you can see that in a traditional method there is a CEO, then there is a top manager, non-manager, and then there is a lower management over here. All the decisions are being taken from the CEO, and CEO is only the responsible who take the good and bad decision of the company. Okay. And very few of those decisions come out from this particular structure, and the people are aware of that. In that way, it's a centralized control which has been given to the CEO. So now think of such a way where this CEO is totally being removed. There is no CEO in a company, and everyone who are part of the organization or who are holding the token are the management of the company. Whenever any proposals are being submitted by the company, there is a voting criteria. Everyone who are holding the token has the power to vote, and based on the proposal, or the conditions or the decision which is there in that proposal, that if 50% of the vote are yes, then only the proposal will get approved. Based on that, automatically that proposal will either approve or reject. So there are four parameter in which this decentralized autonomous organization can be differentiated from the centralized method. One is the governance. So in the centralized structure, decision made by a central authority or a small group of individuals. It says that the CEO and the top management, they take the decision what is bad and what is good for an organization. Whereas in a decentralized method, all the decision will be taken by a collective of people. Everyone has the right to take the decision of bad, good, and anything about the company which makes the company better. When we talk about the transparency in this structure, the centralized structure, there are very few decisions which came out from this structure. The people are not aware, or the people who are having the stake on that company, shares on this company, they don't have any idea that how the how the decision has been made by the management. Whereas in a decentralized method, they are part of the decision making, and everything is getting recorded into the blockchain. So if I vote for a particular proposal, then that will be a kind of event or a kind of transaction which will get recorded into the blockchain, and later on I can see that whether I have given yes or no vote. Decentralized, there is no single point of failure in decentralized autonomous organization, whereas in a centralized method there is a CEO which is single point of control. When we talk about automation, automation means using the smart contract. Few of the action has been written into the smart contract based on certain condition, and when that condition met, then that action automatically gets happen when anyone submit any kind of proposals or decision in that organization. And whereas in the centralized, it is not an automation process. There are a series of meetings happen, and then only a decision comes to know. So that this is the basic difference of DAO with centralized system. Now, how DAO is related with the blockchain? As I say that DAO is a decentralized autonomous organization. So when we talk about decentralized, then how, blockchain is the good choice for that, because there is no control of any central authority. When we talk autonomous, it means that smart contract which are used in blockchain can be used to make the system automate. Okay. And whatever the event which took place into the organization, or the decision which has been made based on the proposals, all are written into the blockchain in a secure format. So in that way, we say that for implementing DAO, blockchain is a good approach. Basically, DAO is implemented at the upper layer of the blockchain only. Okay, it's a kind of Web3 structure, and blockchain is used because it's just secure, transparent, and every transaction is recorded and verified into the distributed ledger. So that's how DAO is related with the blockchain. So why DAO is necessary? first of all, DAO is necessary. Remember one thing, that DAO is a way of running an organization. Okay, to run an organization, there are investors, stakeholder, management, employee. Okay, and to make the good and bad decision of that organization, always the CEO and the investor takes the decision. Okay. Now, in the case of DAO, suppose there is an organization where there is no CEO. Okay. Whenever any kind of investment has to be made by the organization, then a proposal will get created that will be submitted to the token holder of that organization. It means a shares holder of that organization. And the proposal will there is a condition in that proposal that if 60% of the voters says yes, then only the proposal will get passed, otherwise it will get rejected. Now this proposal will be submitted by one of a manager or the management of the company submit this proposal, and everyone who are holding the token in that company is going to vote on that. And suppose the yes vote gives 60%, more than 60% or 60%, then automatically the proposal will be accepted by the management. Okay, and this is an automation process, and this entire logic are been written in a smart contract, and that has been deployed into a blockchain. If the voting is less than 60%, no voting, or the yes voting is less than 60%, then automatically that proposal will be discarded. So there is no central authority who is controlling the entire thing. So that's why it's a decentralization. When we talk about trustless, so DAO operate on blockchain, and we know that blockchain is a technology where the trust factors comes into picture, because every transaction and everything are been written into a blockchain, and that gives a trust into the system and the participant or the user who are part of that network. Efficiency, that to maintain a particular centralized system, there are lots of means lots of manager involved, CEO involved, they take the decision, good and bad decision. But in DAO, there is the overhead cost is quite low, because what happened that once we once we write the smart contract and deploy it into the blockchain, whenever any kind of proposal submitted based on that smart contract, the entire proposal will get executed, either accepted or rejected. So it gives an overhead cost low to the company. Flexibility, DAO can be programmed to operate in a variety of way. We can make multiple kind of decision making with the help of a DAO. So that's why it's a flexible. Also, some of the code which are in a DAO, there are open sources. So whenever any company implement any kind of project based on DAO, then that code is open source. So anyone can go there and check that if there is any vulnerability or any kind of issues is there in that code or not. So they can give their input. Some of the best practice to implement DAO, it means that whenever any organization thinks of implementing a DAO into their decision process, then what are the things they have to take care of? The most important thing is define the DAO. So before implementing DAO into an organization, the company should, the organization or the management should come together and decide that why we are implementing this particular DAO or this particular technology. What are the goal behind that? What are the objective behind it? What are the objectives of whether it is a crowdfunding type of project we are going to solve, or whether it is any kind of social activity we are going to sponsor, or whether it is any kind of media, or whether it is any kind of content writing where multiple people will come together. Suppose I am a writer, or I have written something and I have posted that one into the social media, and then the public is going to vote on that particular content, that whether it is good or bad. And based on that, if I get a maximum number of vote as a good, then I will get a reward on that particular content, and that will be published into the social media. So that kind of goal need to be set before implementing DAO in an organization. DAO, there should be a proper DAO model. As I said, that whether it is a social media DAO, investment DAO, what type of purpose we are solving with that model. The design, it is very important that the structure should be in such a way that it should be transparent and decentralized to ensure all participants have an equal say in decision making. It means that the design should be in such a way that whoever the users or the stakeholder or the other investor who are part of that particular organization holding that token, their decisions should be respected with the design. Okay, it does not says that if someone has one DAO token and then he will not able to do any kind of participate in any kind of decision making. So the design in such a way that if someone is holding the token, then we give that particular person or that particular organization the liberty so that he could be a part of the decision making. The role and responsibilities are very important when implementing DAO in a company. It means that who will be holding how much of token. Suppose I am implementing DAO in my company, and we have promotional activity in our company. We have to give salary to our employee. We have some investment plan. There are some others expenses in the company. So we have to create certain kind of account, and those account should be assigned to some kind of roles and responsibility roles, and each role have its own kind of responsibility. So that need to be defined properly, that who's going to do what in this DAO application or DAO platform. Now the next important thing is that implementing a smart contract. It means rules. It means the rules. So before implementing down in an organization, it is very important to sit together and decide that how the transaction is going to executed in the organization. What could be the proposals criteria? What could be the proposal acceptance criteria or the rejected criteria? Once the proposal get accepted, how the token or how the money will be distributed to the proposal owner. So that kind of decision all need to be done in a smart contract, execute in a smart contract, and then deployed into a smart contract. When we talk about a blockchain platform, normally when we blockchain platform is something that we have to choose properly, that what platform you're using. Either we are using Ethereum, Polkadot, Solana, Algorand. That's the public blockchain network. What type of platform you're choosing, that is very important. It says about the reach of the people in that platform. Regular audit is very important in this kind of structure, because we don't know that whether there is any security issues or governing structure modification is required in that particular structure. So it's very important that we do one organization do regular auditing on this structure. Strong community. This particular concept is based on the participant who are part of that particular organization. So it's very important that the community will be strong, because a strong community will help to run the organization in a better way, and also the decision which will come out from that community will be valuable to the organization. Basically, all these things are done for the benefit of an organization, whether it's a traditional method or whether it's a decentralized method. It should be a benefit for the organization, where the company will grow with profit and not loss. And any decision which been taken are been are to be done with by sitting all the members together. Now, I will take a 5 minutes of break, and I know it's a new thing. It might be a new thing to you all. So, if you have any questions regarding the DAO so far, you can ask me the question. You can ask me the questions. I can answer that.
Yeah, hi, Amit, Dilip here.
Yeah, Dilip. Right.
See, this DAO concept, like, as you said, it is new only, but concept I understand. But my doubt is which company wants to implement DAO? For example, if you take Microsoft company, so which was founded by Bill Gates. Okay, he has worked for many, many years. That is his sweat and blood. Okay,
Hmm, hmm,
so
hmm.
why, why he wants to uh, make all these decisions automated. For example, if Microsoft company gets $1 billion deal, or half a $1 billion deal, ultimately he wants to approve it, right? For example, he is the one who wants to approve somebody as a CEO. Why? Because
Hmm.
he owns the company, right? If
No,
that is the case,
hmm.
which company wants to automate all these decisions? As you said, sir, for example, I have started one company. Okay,
Hmm.
I have worked very hard day and night for 10 years. Okay, after that, why I want to implement DAO in my company? Why? Because
No,
I
see,
am the one who wants to
hmm.
take all the major decisions, right? So that is where, I got really confused. Concept I understand, Amit, all will be executed automatically without any centralized authority. So by
Hmm.
writing some conditions, in the smart contract, all these things will be auto executed whenever there is an event occur, whenever the particular condition is met. Okay.
Hmm.
But still, many companies are already implementing DAO.
Yeah, they are
Okay,
implementing DAO.
okay, but you got my question right, Mamit?
I got your question. It's about how why anyone is going to change its structure, correct?
Not about
because
structure, but
because because see
ownership.
because
Ownership.
yeah, because CEO is giving its right to other people, correct, where he's completely removing himself from that structure and asking the people to vote, and
Uh-huh.
based on that voting the decision will be taken. So why he is going to do that one, correct?
Yeah, yeah. First of all, why CEO or the founder of a company, why they want all these decisions to be automated? Finally they will review all the decisions, and they will approve it,
Uh-huh.
or they will either reject or approve, right?
No, I will give an example.
Mm-hmm.
See, it's a kind of whenever an organization is formed, okay, there are shares in that, correct? Okay,
Okay.
100% shares are in that, and based on the investment or based on the work done by the management, the shares are distributed, correct? Fine.
Yeah.
Now
Yeah.
the person who are holding the maximum number of shares has the right to take the decision, correct?
Exactly. Yes.
Whether it is CEO or whether it's any kind of organization who has invested in that company, and anyone who has invested in that company has the maximum number of shares, he or he or she has the right to remove the CEO also, correct?
Yeah. You're right. Yes. Yes.
Correct. So CEO is basically a particular person who's taking the decision for the betterment of the organization, correct?
Yes.
Now what happened that when it comes to investors, okay, now investor also sometimes get in a dilemma situation that whether the decision which are being taken by a single person is good for the company or not, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Fine. Now in that case think of a scenario if 10 people are taking a decision, okay,
Mm-hmm.
10 people who have given the rights that you can decide on the good and bad of the organization, and they within the closed room they take certain kind of decision and they ask the investor to invest in that, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, or we ask the public, or we go to the public and ask them to fund that company based on whatever the decision which has been made by the group of people within that room, correct?
Mm. Yeah.
Normally we do that one only in the case of crowdfunding, correct?
Yeah.
That I have an idea, I think that this idea has the potential, okay?
Okay.
Fine, I go to the public and I say that this is the idea, I want to purchase this particular company, and this company will grow in 10 years, so you invest on this, correct?
Yeah.
But
Correct.
this decision is taken by a group of people only, correct?
Yeah.
Now think in a different way, that we we are we are just not removing this group of people, but we are expanding this group of people, okay?
Mm-hmm.
In the board meeting also,
Mm-hmm.
the vote has been taken, correct? When
Yes.
there are
Correct.
20 stakeholder are there, they vote yes or no, they vote, correct?
Yeah.
and
Correct.
within and and based on the decision, if it is maximum vote is yes, then that proposal is been accepted. If it is no, then that proposal is been rejected. Correct?
Correct.
But this is within the closed room. Okay. Now
Correct.
with the decentralized method, what I am saying is that that board member will also be a part of that decision making. But along with that, other also be a part of the decision making. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now the smart contract or the proposal will be written in such a way, there are some there are lots of criteria in that. Okay, now suppose the decision will be made in such a way that if 60% or 70% of person says that yeah, this proposal is good and we should invest on that, then proposal is automatically get approved. Correct? So
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
it's not removing the board of director. It is just expanding the area. Okay, it is just expanding that entire closed room decision to the out room decision. Okay, where
Okay.
everyone will be a part and take the decision. Okay, and based on the decision, the company, based on the proposal or based on the voting, the company will able to decide that whether it is good or bad. I will give an example that I am holding a shares of a company. Correct?
Mm-hmm.
But whatever the good and bad of the company, they never ask me. Correct? Now think of in such a way that they will ask me at least a small kind of questions they will ask me, and I'm going to answer in that, and based on that my answer will be respected by them. Then it's add a great value to the company. Correct?
Yes. Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
So in that way, the decentralized organization will work. I'm not saying that CEO will completely be removed. CEO will be a part of that particular network. Okay.
Okay.
Only the network will be expanded. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Am,
Okay.
am I able to answer you?
Yes, 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 yes. Got it, Amit. But still, like,
Yeah, yeah.
this DUO is being implemented in startups or some big companies also.
No. It is being see. I haven't heard about the big company, but in the financial sector, it has been implemented. Okay, I will give an example that there are few platforms, content writing platform where you
Hmm.
submit the content. I have written a white paper. I've submitted that one. Okay,
Okay,
and I ask for a funding. Means I want to sell that one. Okay, now
okay,
that white paper is for it's a kind of it is being uh, listed in that platform. Now everyone will read that one and vote on that, the value of that white paper. And
okay.
if the voting goes to 70 to 80%, then automatically I will get some reward on that. Okay,
Hmm.
fine.
Okay.
So in that way the decisions are being made. See, it's everything is that currently everything is that implementation is in progress, and people are looking and potential that where to implement this one. Okay, now no one now as you said that in the current traditional structure, no CEO or no company will want that other people will come and take the decision on that. Correct?
Yeah, yeah, of course, of course.
Correct. But there but we have to think in such a way that we are not removing that board of director from their structure. We are just expanding that structure. Okay, they will take
Hmm.
the decision, but why? But think of such a way that if they take a voting from the people, and based on the decision they will be able to know that whether the people are against of that investment or not, then it will be easier for them to take the decision. Correct?
Yeah, yeah, correct, correct.
And the people and the investor also find confidence on that particular thing, that the company is asking me certain questions. Okay, that where to invest, how to invest, and whether it is profitable or not. Correct?
Yeah, yeah, correct, correct.
So in that way it will entirely work on. Any other questions?
Yeah, nothing, Amit. Like, maybe I think for the government organizations, I think we can implement it out. Why? Because there is no one
Hmm.
is like, owning the organization,
Correct.
right?
Correct. Correct.
Maybe,
So
yeah.
I will give an example. Think of a platform. Uh, 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 suppose there is a platform where everyone has purchased a token and some war happened, and
Hmm.
we have to do certain kind of social activity for the damage which has been done by the war. Okay, fine.
Okay.
So someone has submitted a proposal that we need to contribute certain kind of amount for this war. Okay.
Mhm.
Now that person who has submitted that proposal set up a rule that 80%, if voter says yes, then we are going to send some money to that war welfare organization. Else we are not going to send money. Correct.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
Now
yeah.
people is going to vote on that. People is going to vote yes or no on that. And if it is yes, then what happened that from the treasury certain amount of money will be given to that war welfare organization. Okay.
Okay.
So in that way it will work. Otherwise what happened that that particular organization who is who are managing that treasury within a closed room, only 10 people is going to decide that whether to give that contribution to that organization or not, welfare organization or not. Correct.
Yes, yes, yes.
It's all about public money only. Correct. The company is being run. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, understand.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Any other
Thanks, Amit.
questions? Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so these are the few use cases of DAO. As I said that there could be a crowdfunding DAO. It means that suppose there is a proposal submitted, suppose there is a platform, and within that platform public has the token from that platform, and the management had submitted a proposal that they want to invest that lump sum of money to an organization, to a startup. So in that case they will submit a proposal, and the token holder will able to vote on that particular proposal, and if it meets the criteria, then the money will be invested into the startup, or else it will not be invested. So that kind of community driven uh, fund will going to be utilized from this crowdfunding DAO. It is a token based decision. It means that the token will be the token holder is going to decide on that. The transparency will be there, who has said yes, who has said no, how much fund has been allocated to that proposal. Okay. There is an investment DAO. It's a member share profit. Suppose a proposal submitted to invest something into a company, and once that proposal has been accepted, and then the company shares will be divided into the members, and if that startup grow, then their shares will also grow. So that kind of investment DAO is there. NFT DAO, if someone is holding some certain kind of NFT, so group of people will able to decide that whether to purchase that NFT or not. If they purchase, then how much amount or how much things they are going to purchase. That's a collective type of decision for an NFT. Social DAO, it is related to some social activities which take place in a country. So that type of contributions are there as a social DAO. Uh, Now the DAO categories, as I said that in this case, you can see that there are DAOs categories, that is protocol DAOs, philanthropy DAO, investment and venture DAO, grant DAO, collector DAOs, media DAO, social DAO, and sub DAO. And you can see that the company who are working on this particular categories. So you can take a snapshot of this particular screen, and you can go ahead and check that how this particular platform works. Okay, whether it is a protocol DAO, that is Maker DAO, UNICEF DAO, or it's a big green DAO. Okay, so the DAO concept first comes with the company, the DAO, in year 2016. So in year 2016, first the concept DAO comes into picture with the company, the DAO. Okay, where people has invested with the help of by investing their ether, and this was a very successful project. But later on, due to some kind of hacker, uh, this particular organizations has to face certain kind of uh, financial issues in that, and because of that the Ethereum is divided into two parts, that is Ethereum and Ethereum Classic. Because what happened that when we are talking about decentralized autonomous organization, it is very important that how the smart contract are written. It should follow all kind of security protocol, and everything we have to look into. Otherwise, what happened that any proposal which have been submitted by a particular organization, they can take out a benefit from that. So that is the reason the DAO was not successful at that time in year 2016. Okay. And in the first point, you can see that with the help of DAO, $3 million in support of the Ukraine army. Okay, so this is one kind of a use case that 3 million rupees, 3 million has been collected, and they have been given to the Ukraine army for the for the war. Okay, to help support them in the war. Now, these are the DAO projects that Lido DAO, which was launched in 2020, and it's a top pick for investment in 2023, and it is built out of Solana, Polygon, Polkadot, and other proof of stakes. It is operate on ETH staking pool. It means that for any kind of proposal, Ether need to be staked. Okay, and based on that, the proposal are either accepted or rejected. The next thing is the MakerDAO. It is a decentralized autonomous organization that is built on Ethereum, and it's offer the crypto lending and borrowing solutions. Okay. Hello. Hello. Okay. So the next thing is the BitDAO. BitDAO is a decentralized autonomous organization that is focusing on building and growing the decentralized finance ecosystem. Okay. So for the decentralized finance ecosystem, if you want to know more, then you can check out this BitDAO. If you're looking for a crypto borrowing lending platform, then you can check out for MakerDAO, and Lido DAO is something which is built on Solana, Polygon, Polkadot, and other proof of stakes. Now, these are few of the news which paper cuttings which I got, and you can see that in March 31st, 2023, this news is from that the Dow treasure top $25 billion for the first time. Deep Dow. I have taken it from Coin Telegraph news. Okay. Also in this you can see this April 2023, the total number of governance token holder is 6.9 million, with 2.9 million. 6 DAO have a treasury of more than 1 billion. You can see the treasury which is having for that DAO. So this kind of news I have got it from the social media. Okay, and I thought to highlight it in this webinar. Okay. Now this I will ask Sihas to explain about this new program which Indian Blockchain Institute is offering. Sihas, can you?
So I'll take it over. Thanks, Amit. So we are launching a new program. It's already live. You can enroll for it. It's a advanced program in decentralized finance. You can go and check out the curriculum. I'll just put a link in the chat. Just give me a minute. Please do go and check it out today itself. One of the key features of this is it is NASCOM aggregated, one. Second, it is delivered in hybrid mode, meaning it is not that, we just give you the recordings and you have to learn on your own. It's not self-paced. Rather, we take sessions on regular basis and the batch starts on 1st June. Okay. It is suggested that working professionals should go for this program. Since there is some sort of experience which is required when it comes to software development and all those things, because it's quite exhaustive. So it's like 120 hours of content is there, video, study material, reference links, everything is there. On top of that, are more than 36 hours of mentoring sessions are also done in the span of 3 months. So if you do it on your own, it will take around 4 to 5 months. But if you do it in our batches, if you regularly attend the live sessions that we are starting from June, we'll be able to complete within 3 months. We'll get certifications from NASCOM, from Indian Blockchain Institute, and you'll also get incentive from Government of India upon completion of the program. So one of the questions that keeps on arising is that, what is the credibility of the certificate, or are there any recognized certifications which are there in blockchain? So at this moment, there is only Linux Foundation which is offering globally recognized certification, and they are soon going to launch a new certification as well. Uh, when it comes to there are no other bodies which are offering global certifications at the moment. And when it comes to at the national level, NASSCOM Future Skills Prime is tied, like it's an initiative, it's a co-joint initiative between government as well as NASSCOM. So this is something which is nationally recognized. Your certificate is nationally recognized. Okay. So I would suggest everyone to please go on to the link which I have specified in the chat. You could connect with us if you want a one-on-one counseling for this particular program. You can see all the details there. You can go through the curriculum and you can always get in touch with me. I'm going to put up my email ID as well as my number. Just give me a minute.
And one thing is that if we are talking about the potential of blockchain or decentralized network, then the financial sector is one where it is going to be implemented maximum. Okay, so it's the right time that you can learn more about how blockchain works on a DeFi sector. Okay, and this 120 hours program will give you the insight training for this, the entire understanding of decentralized finance.
And one of the things that we have noticed while we were creating the content for this, whatever programs right now are available around decentralized finance, they are more on the functional side. They are more on the conceptual or, the industry specific side. It's not technical. And this program covers the functional side as well as it is technical. More majority of it is technical. So you can search it. Don't take my word for it. You can really search everywhere. You won't get a very technically intensive program around decentralized finance, but you'll get a lot of programs which are functionally oriented, business domain oriented programs which are there. Anyways, I put up my number and email ID in the chat. You guys could connect with me. Just a request that if you have not put in your first name, last name, like for as a routine, your first name, last name, email ID, mobile number, please put it up directly to me. Don't put it up to public. Just message me privately. This is for your attendance as well as for the voucher coupon that you will be given for our introductory program. So,
If you do just apart from this DAO one, I just want to ask you that you have been attending this webinar, almost 3 to 4 webinar we have conducted. Now, is there any questions you have in your mind about blockchain that you are doubtful about the potential of blockchain, or you think that where from you are going to start with this particular technology? So, any kind of questions related to that, if there is any, then we can answer that part as well in this question answer session now. Anyone has any questions related to blockchain, the potential of blockchain, whether there is any future in blockchain or not, how it will grow, whether this learning program is going to help or not, any type of questions or any kind of topic you want to go through in the coming webinar, you can suggest us and we can cover that one.
Yeah, Amit, your sessions are really good. This is the third webinar I am attending. Okay, third Saturday. So you are covering all the contents in a structured manner, and you made it very simple and straightforward.
Okay.
And yeah, last I have already started going through the introductory program, whatever you have designed. So that
Okay.
is it is really good. Okay. So
And any kind of topic, any kind of suggestion from your end that this topic we should cover for the users, uh, we can take that one, and we in our coming webinar we can address those kind of topics. So your input will be very important for us also. Okay.
yes, Amit, I have only one or two questions only. The first things is some known persons, okay, who are about to complete their graduation, whether it is BTech or BE or whatever it is. So in their college, they might have got some placements, or maybe they have not received any placements. Okay. So especially for the freshers, so can we suggest to learn blockchain?
Yes, definitely. Why not? But the baseline should always be the language. Okay. Blockchain is the technology, and if because what happens, see, the thing is that if they have the understanding of the languages, suppose Java, Node.js, and the other things, okay, and if they have the understanding of blockchain technology, okay, then that will be an added advantage to them. Okay, whenever they will go for any kind of interview, okay,
Hmm.
and they will say that they have the understanding, in-depth understanding of blockchain technology, then they will immediately be hired by them, by the company. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. But
And I think Kamlesh is over here. Kamlesh, you are there.
I think he's no.
Yes, Kamlesh is in with us today.
I think Kamlesh might have to drop, like he's not there.
Okay, so I think Sias, you are interacting many students, correct? Final year students,
Yes,
and you will be the better one to answer, because I think having a technology understanding along with the languages is very important, and it's opened the door for jobs, correct?
it is. So, as I said, the market right now is good for freshers when it comes to blockchain space. Look, it's a niche technology. So, when
Yeah.
it's niche, there is a lot of and niche, and top of that, there is a lot of adoption which is happening across. There are more than 100 startups which are working in India, profitable startups which are working in India around blockchain, having their own products and services. And they are looking for resources out of the college, freshers. Maybe they can start off as an intern. Usually, the journey, whatever I've experienced, interacting with students and who have made their career in blockchain, they usually start with an internship with the company, and then later on, depending upon their performance, they get into a permanent role. And one of the things, as Amit said, that it has to be a holistic approach in which needs to be taken. You have to learn. It's just a technology, but there is front end development in this. There is back end. There is database. There is a programming language. Any like where like how in which the contract is written. All those aspects also need to be covered. It cannot be just conceptual understanding of blockchain. Yes.
Okay. So can we suggest the certified Ethereum developer program for the freshers, Sehas?
We can. Yes. It's meant for actually students. The future skills actually majority of it caters to students only. Future skills prime. So that
So, okay, yeah, after 3 months of the course, they can start preparing for the jobs, right? I mean, they
they
can start searching, right?
yes, yes, they can. As soon as they complete the program, any which way their profile gets listed on the Talent Connect portal of NASCOM. They
Hmm.
start
Okay.
getting opportunities from there also. NASCOM has its own Talent Connect portal. So all the
Okay.
So
NASCOM members are able to see the listing for job, Web3 resources out there.
Okay. And mostly they will be they will get into startups only,
Yes.
right?
The trend that we have seen, most of them get into startups, but yes, there are some who get into the big companies, MNCs, and then try to switch into the blockchain practice of those companies. That has also happened. Like for
Blockchain wing of that company,
correct,
right?
because all the big MNCs have an internal division that they have created, but they have not opened it up for hiring from outside most of the times. What they do is internally itself, they try to build the capabilities, but they give opportunity to freshers who are there and who are willing to switch. So
see,
there are
I will give you my experience. See, I was into other technology, okay, and I thought that it's the right time to move to learn the new technology and transform myself into that new technology. So from there, this blockchains comes into picture in my life. In when I was in IBM, okay, so I got to know about this blockchain. I have gone through the blockchain theoretical part. I have did all the certification, and I have also acquire a certification. And when I have gone for the job hunt after working with IBM in blockchain, then most of the questions came from the organization is that the certification which I have completed. They asked me that where you have done all this kind of certification, what was the benefit of that? So what I intend to say is that to make to build a career, certification always help. Along with that, it's how you package yourself in front of the organization. Okay.
Yeah. Thanks, Amit. Yeah.
Uh, and the next thing, any topic you want to suggest, or you can ask the student to join this webinar. I will suggest, if you have any, if you have the connections, then you can directly forward this webinar, which we conduct every weekend. You can forward this to them, and they can join this webinar.
Yeah, sure, Amit. There are some contacts actually, they're all
Hmm.
about to finish their
Hmm,
BTech
hmm,
and
hmm,
BE.
hmm.
But I'm just thinking whether we can recommend this or not, since they're freshers. Actually, working profession is okay.
Hmm.
Yeah, that is what.
No, I think Ethereum program is something that could be done by the college student also, because
Hmm.
what happened that if they have that certification and they go to the company and say that I have an Ethereum certification with me. Now you think that as an interviewer, if someone comes with you and say that I'm capable to perform this one and this is the certification, then the chances of selection always gets increased. Correct.
Yeah, correct,
and
correct.
and the
Yes.
same thing happened with me also when I have transformed my career from one technology to blockchain. Okay.
Yeah. And the opportunities for working professionals not only in India, I think in other
Yeah,
countries are
yeah,
also.
yeah. For working professional, the opportunities are very high. Okay, within India, outside India, whether it's a freelancing kind of work, you will get hell number of opportunity. The only thing is that you have to be in the market. Okay.
Yeah. In the community also.
Community also. Your community presence should be there. Correct.
Okay, so there is a
So
question from Nikhil. Actually, directly put it on chat to me. Uh, it is, how are the project opportunities for this in UK, Europe, and US at this moment? It's not there in the chat. Amit, he directly put it across to me by mistake.
okay. So what's the question, that how is the opportunity?
Yeah. So, like, I'll just give my insight, what I've seen, and then Amit, you could add to it. Amit, I think you
Yeah,
could
yeah.
in the screen, your thing. Just
Just give me.
okay. So,
I
Nikhil,
stopped my screen. Correct.
yeah. So, Nikhil, to
Okay.
answer that question, when this blockchain thing started off, yes, US was way ahead when it came to the adoption part of it because they were working on a lot of regulatory models and everything. But the way we see right now is what at the current situation, it is the Middle East, Singapore, it's more on area specific rather than UK, US, where, these regulations are set and a lot of Indian guys are actually going to these countries and setting up the companies. Believe we were having a conversation that day, if you remember.
Correct. Yes. I remember. Yeah.
So because of which, and especially in Middle East, because we have some connections there working, and they keep on sharing these interactions that they keep having with industrialists out there. They're being very proactive about it, and not just about tokens and everything, but yes, onto the supply chain side and all. So I see that it's now become more Asia specific rather than just US and UK income. I hope that answers your question. Amit, you want to add something to this? Look, this has been my experience, what I've
No,
seen.
no, you're correct, Sias. See, if you go to LinkedIn or LinkedIn also, and if you search for a job in blockchain, you will able to find out that how is the opportunity in the international market. Okay, so but this is the right time where you can transform your career into blockchain, because lot of things are being done on decentralized network. Okay, and what happened that down the line, uh, when a structure is going to be formed, whether it is a CBDC, whether it is DAO, whether it is MetaMask, whether anything, any kind of, whether it's wrap token. Okay, so all those things are being made at the level of blockchain only. The lower level is blockchain, and the higher level are all these ideas which is coming into picture. And you can see that the government is taking more interest into this technology, which says about the potential. Because what happened that the government agencies are always the last organization who take any kind of actions. But in this technology, they know the potential and they know the future of this. That's why a lot of things are happening in the government sectors. Okay.
So I have put up the LinkedIn link. Please, you could follow us there, our page, so that you're updated about all the events that we keep doing. My only
And
request, everyone has given their attendance except for Nilesh Patel and Asta Singh. Look, I have to issue voucher coupons to both of you, so I really require your details. So please just directly message to me your name, email ID, first name, last name, and mobile number, based on which I'll issue the coupon.
and
Uh,
also your suggestion is always welcome. Okay, if you want that this kind of webinar should have some other kind of things, as per means other kind of topic you need to cover, then feel free to reach out to Sihas, inform him, and we are going to add it into our upcoming webinars. Okay, any kind of topic you want to know, okay, any kind of discussion you want to have, we are free to answer that.
yeah, you can always connect with me. I've just launched a poll about like how the session was. I request everyone to please provide their ratings.
Amit, these days we are the buzzword is metaverse. Okay, is it the reality or started at least doing some POC?
No,
But
no,
like
no.
it is very, very unclear and uncertain at this point of time, I think. But there is, I just want to take from you as a expert or senior in blockchain. Is it a reality or just a hype or
I will give an answer in the see what happened that there is an underlying technology that is blockchain. Okay,
yes, correct.
in the case of other technology also the same thing happened, right? Whether it is mainframe, and based on that technology, the organizations comes that we can use this technology for this purpose, whether it is DAO, decentralized organization, whether it is metaverse, whether it is DeFi, whether it is wrapped up in cryptocurrency, correct? In the same way, it's the metaverse. Okay,
Hmm.
now in the case of metaverse, what the organization is thinking that they wants to give a virtual reality to the people, whether where they don't have to go to any kind of shopping malls or some, or any kind of if they want to purchase any kind of things, they give them the virtual reality option where we at their home they can look into the product, they can go into the detail, and they could purchase that one, correct?
Yes, yes. They want to give
Now
their
they will
users that kind
purchase
of
now
experience.
now it's a kind of experience, it's a kind of experience they are giving the user, correct? Huh?
Yeah, yeah,
It's a, but what about that after purchasing that particular product, how he will prove the ownership of that product? Okay, whether he
yeah,
will say that this is an tampered proof product, whether it's a counterfeit product, whether this product has been owned by some others,
hmm,
there the blockchain will come into picture, correct?
yeah, yeah,
What will happen that in a metaverse there will be a property. Suppose I will give you an example. In a metaverse there is a land, land image is there, and through metaverse you view the land and you want to purchase that land, correct? But
yeah,
it's a virtual reality, you are just sitting in a laptop and you're looking into the land, correct?
correct.
Now once you purchase that one, and after 5 years, how you are going to prove that this land belongs to me? You are going to prove with the help of blockchain, because when you
Yes,
have purchased that one, when government has given you that document that this land registration has been given to your name, you are going to prove that one with that transaction which is there into the blockchain, which is not going to be tampered. Okay,
yeah,
now you will be able to understand how this metaverse and blockchain hand on hand are coming together and solving the purpose. Okay,
okay.
so it's a kind of virtual reality feeling which metaverse is giving to the customer. Okay, but with the help of blockchain they are giving the customer the trust. Okay, the trust, the transparency, and the way at the real time the transaction is getting happening. Okay,
Hmm.
fine. So in this way, these two things works together. That's why I said that for all this underline is always the blockchain. Okay.
Okay. But even some metaverse projects are also on the rise, right? They are growing.
Correct. They are doing. They are growing. Okay, in the
It,
World
it is
Cup, in
not
the
a
football,
hype anymore. It is not a hype
no,
anymore.
no, no, no. In the you can see in the World Cup also, in the football World Cup which took place over there also, there was an NFT marketplace built on that. Okay, you can
Okay.
see in the LinkedIn also. In LinkedIn also, they are creating NFTs for for the products. So it's not a hype. Okay, people are
It's
exploring this. The organizations are exploring this metaverse more and more, and down the line, if you are into this field, then there will be opportunity for you. Okay.
okay.
Hey Amit, this is Ajit here.
Yeah, yeah, hi.
Yeah, Amit, just I have one question. Actually, I'm purely in the Microsoft technology. Okay, so just wanted to
Hmm.
know about it because when I started my career, I worked with purely in the it's been Microsoft, and after that I moved into the something called like it's been business flow. It's been tools which called as Bistock. Okay, that will it will be the business workflow. Whatever you are
Hmm.
thinking, like it's been generation of reports, generation of it will not give you any discrepancy when we are flowing the data uh, with Bistock. Okay, but down the
Oh.
line, the craze is going to be down. Why? Why? Because the license is going to be costly, and the support is going to be uh, it's been going to be stopped by Microsoft. They are not allowing to go ahead with the on-premises. Right
Hmm.
now, they are going to given the some alternate to go with something called Azure Logic App and something like that. You have to build your application, but I will
Hmm.
stop giving on-premises support to the clients. So the Bistock is going to be down in the market right now. So what you are going to see in the down the line, if we enable it's been blockchain, how it will be going? Because see, right now as per the market, it's really going to be higher side. But down the line, how it will be the
No,
just
you want to know about blockchain technology, how down the line it is going to be.
yeah. Because see, I'm talking about the Bistock. I'm just comparing myself, right? Because Bistock, I have taken it, and after that, it is going to be down after some time. It's been after 6 years, 7 years. It is doing well in the market, and it is earning huge amount.
Correct, but
But
it's
right
a
now,
product.
you will
Correct,
not see the person.
it's a Microsoft product. Correct.
Yeah.
So when you talk about a product, it is based on a technology. Correct.
Yeah, Amit. Go ahead.
Correct. But over here, blockchain itself is a technology. Based on this technology, multiple things are happening. Okay. Now I will give you example. If DAO will not run, DAO will not run, but DAO is made making in the base of blockchain. Hello,
Hmm.
hello. Am I audible?
Yeah, you are.
Okay.
Go
So
ahead. Amit.
blockchain, yeah, what I'm saying is that all this metaverse, DAO, wrap token, cryptocurrency, the underlying technology is blockchain. Okay. So if you have the core idea of this technology, then whatever will comes based on this technology, you will be ready to accept that one. You don't know that what is going to happen in the near future, what type of new things are going to come. Okay, but you have, if you have the understanding of this underlying technology, that how this technology works, what are the things need to be done to run this technology, whether it is Ethereum, Polygon, Polkadot, whether it is Algorand. So these are this Algorand, Ethereum, all are the base of maintaining this blockchain technology network. Okay, and based on this, all these metaverse, web 3 things are coming. Okay, so it is very important to have a core understanding of this technology, so that anything which will come above it, you will be ready to accept it. For example, we are a service based company. We are getting project in supply chain, we are getting project is NFT marketplace, we are getting project in DAO, we are getting project in certificate verification. Okay, these are the projects we are getting, but the underlying thing is always the technology. Okay, fine. So it's very important to understand the technology first. And if you are able to understand the technology, if you are able to solve the problems, business problem with the help of this technology, okay, then you will not, you will be never get out of the market. Okay, and blockchain will remain as the statics. I've in my last to last week webinar, I have given you the statistics about some of the research company that by 2032 itself how blockchain is growing. And in recent also you can see that how government are taking steps in blockchain technology. Now you tell me one thing, that as I said, that any kind of initiative will be last taken by the government, because they look into the market and then they see that whether there is any potential to this technology or not. But with the case of blockchain, government are the first agency who are taking so many initiatives to implement that one, whether it is land registration, whether it is CBDC, whether it is other kind of initiatives which they are taking. Okay, is that question to your answer?
Yeah, Amit, I'm really thankful to you. You nicely covered everything.
Thank you.
Whatever my expectation is, I'm really appreciative. Thank you very much,
And
Amit.
that's why I said that you have the contact number of Sihas, you have the contact number of mine in LinkedIn. You can get in touch with us if you want to cover any kind of topic. If you have any kind of suggestion, give it to us. We are going to cover in our upcoming webinar. But I will say that this is the right time. If you want to transform your career to blockchain, you can do that one. And IBI is going to help you on that.
Sure, Amit. I'm regularly follow you in LinkedIn. I'm your
Thank you.
LinkedIn channel. So I'm regularly follow your activities and everything. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Nice explanation.
Thank you. I think, Sias, we have already passed 15 minutes.
Yeah.
12.
So yeah, so I think we can wrap up.
Yes, we can wrap up. And thanks everyone for joining this webinar. We will come with a new topic next week. And we will request from the IBI side, we will request you can share this webinar to all the students or all your community, so that they will also able to join and take advantage of this particular free webinar which we are conducting.
You could follow us on YouTube because after every webinar, these recordings get uploaded there, so everyone can see it out there also, and you could share it across with your friends also. Okay. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, Amit. Thank you all.